Hi, welcome to the IHC Craft Room. I'm Mary. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made this burlap wreath for Valentine's Day. It was super simple and super fun to make, and I got all the materials at my local dollar store. So grab all your stuff and let's get crafty. This is Mary. Welcome to the IHC Craft Room. For materials, we'll begin with a 13-inch heart-shaped wire wreath frame, some 5-inch red burlap garland. I used just shy of 2 rolls in total. Some black chalkboard heart stickers, some white roses, some baby's breath, red pipe cleaners, and some jute cord. For tools, we'll begin with a glue gun, a pair of scissors, some toothpicks, and of course some finger protectors. Let's get started with the star of the show, the base of our wreath. I'm using the ruffle method, and here's how it works. First, lay the burlap flat and slide it under the wreath. Take one side and pull it up between the first and second rings. Then pull the other side up between the second and third rings. This gives us a burlap taco wrapped around the middle ring. Now secure the end across the crossbar and the second ring with a pipe cleaner. Once it's secure, it's time to start pulling the burlap through the rings of the base, making sure to keep it even on both sides. The more burlap you pull through, the fuller your ruffle will become. Keep pulling until the section is packed and can't hold any more ruffles. Once the first section is complete, move on to the next one and repeat the process, pulling the burlap around the second ring and creating full fluffy ruffles. With all this pulling and ruffling, it won't be long before you finish the first roll of burlap and need to move on to the next one. No big deal, we'll just secure the end of the first roll down with a pipe cleaner and tuck the ends through the wreath rings so that it pokes out of the back out of our way. And then we'll cut off the excess. We'll go back and clean this up a little bit later, but for now, this'll do. And then just like before, we'll take the end of the new roll, slide it under the wreath base, pull it up around that center ring, and then secure it down to the crossbar and center ring with another pipe cleaner. Awesome! Now let's go ahead and continue pulling that burlap through the rings of the wreath base and keep getting our ruffle on. I'm going to continue this in all 6 sections of the wreath base until it's completely filled up. When I can't fit any more ruffles, I'm going to pull the end of that burlap garland through the wreath and out the back so I can cut off the excess. But first, let's secure that down with a final pipe cleaner before we make the final cut. A few good twists on the pipe cleaner is really all it takes, but I have a bit of a twisting issue, so I'm going to overdo it a bit over here before I cut off the excess burlap. Beautiful. Voila! Our ruffled base is complete. Isn't it stunning? Oh man, I'm loving this. Now let's dress this beauty up a little bit with some roses and accents. As a general rule, I like to lay out my wreath accents before I start gluing things down, so that I have a good sense of whether what I planned in my head will actually work out in real life. Once I decide on how I want the roses positioned, I'm going to grab my friend George the glue gun and get to gluing. I'm adding a generous amount of glue to the bottom of each rose and holding it down for a few seconds to let the glue harden a bit. Next, I'm going to take the leaves and cut them apart, and then I'm going to add a small line of glue to the base of each leaf and tuck them in around the roses here and there, wherever they look good to me. Excellent. Now let's add in a few little pieces of baby's breath. I did not like this baby's breath. It just came apart in my hands and was super messy and not easy to work with at all. No mi piace. I still made it work though. I really just want a little hint of baby's breath here and there, so it wasn't a huge deal, just a bit of an annoyance. Oh well, moving on. We're headed into the home stretch. For the final touch, I'm going to scatter some of the smallest of these black heart stickers around. But you know what? I straight up do not like the way that looks at all. Nope. I gotta admit, it was really disappointing that these stickers didn't play out the way I had them envisioned in my mind. It was a real bummer because I bought them specifically for this purpose and they just didn't look the way I wanted them to look. So in the end, I didn't use them, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. So off with the black hearts. We don't need them. Okay, there's just one last step so that we can hang this beauty up and watch her shine. We need to add a piece of jute cord to the wreath frame and then get ready. Because hubba hubba, how beautiful is this red burlap wreath? Talk about quick and simple. What a beauty. So what do you think? It came out really pretty, right? I'm super pleased with the final result. I'm a huge fan of the pull through ruffle method, and I definitely enjoy using it on burlap because it gives it a lot of volume and depth that is really unsurpassed. I'm really looking forward to using this method using deco mesh in the future, so stay tuned for another wreath made out of deco mesh using this method. But can we talk about how beautiful this is? And I love how simple it is. I didn't want to go over the top with a lot of accents and things like that, but you totally can if this isn't your cup of tea. You can add a bow, you can add some heart accents, you can find some beautiful Valentine's Day picks at Dollar Tree, Dollarama, Michael's. I think I've even seen some at Walmart. So there's a lot of options on how you can dress this up a little bit more if you feel it's a little too dressed down. But I am loving this really simplistic look. It was fun, it was fast, and it is so pretty. I'd love to hear what you think about it in the comments below. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about wreath making, check out one of these videos. And don't forget to subscribe so that we can continue to get crafty together. Toodaloo!